Live Theater is back in Cincinnati, and the Ensemble Theater of Cincinnati is home to the regional premiere of a new play called Queen. It's about bees and the people who research them. And the lead actors from the show are here with us in the studio today. Shanita Joshi plays Sonam, and Jordan Trevelyan plays Ariel. Thank you so much for getting up early to come in with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Great to meet you both. So you play two researchers studying bee populations. Tell me a little bit more about the story.
So the show is about two scientists who are studying colony collapse disorder. And at the very beginning, they're very excited about being published in Nature, a huge, scientific publication. And they're maybe running into something that might look like an issue with their work, with their research. So it's about, bees, it's about working together, it's about friendship, and it's about, science. It's women in STEM, which is
And
wonderful.
then you two also face a pretty big choice in the show, right?
Yeah.
About your principles and...
It is a conflict of ideas, and I think what's so interesting is that every character in the show has something different to say, but I think the audience would go like, I agree with that too, and I agree with that too, and I agree with that too, because it's the gray area of where do you draw the line of what do you stand for, and when do you stand for it, and when do you compromise? It's a big question on that.
Now, is it just a two-woman show?
We have two other characters. We have our professor, Dr. Hayes, and we have my date.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a little love there.
Well, I was reading up about this play a little bit. It won some awards. It won critical acclaim when it first premiered in 2019. Tell me a little bit about why you think it's such a groundbreaking play.
I mean, it's a fantastic script, and it's really wonderful to see a show that talks about mathematics and talks about science in a way that is accessible and emotionally connected.
Yeah, and not boring.
Not boring, no.
Not boring.
I mean, you guys are in theater, I'm in journalism. Math to me is kind of boring. So why is it not boring in this show?
It's not boring because I think it's broken down so beautifully. Like we use examples of like poker and gambling and how does the math work in that. And I think people will be like, I get it. Oh, I get it. Like halfway through the show, I think it's like fantastic. And I think everybody walking out would be like, I love science a little bit today, even more.
That's great. The playwright is a woman too. March is Women's Month. Why do you think it's important to have women's voices having an increasing role in theater and more of a lead role in theater?
I mean, I think that it's really wonderful to have that, experience in the real world of being seen as people too. And it's really, I think that it's, there's something about representation of women in, especially in scientific fields, where you face kind of different obstacles than than men tend to, and so it's nice to be able to for young girls coming to see or younger girls coming to see our show, because there's some strong language in our show. But it could be really wonderful to see two women up on stage being absolutely capable and absolutely grounded in both their understanding and grasp of the concepts and of their representation and strength in their roles as scientists, because that's representative of women in the field.
I love that. I love that message, and I love the fact that Ensemble Theater is also run by a woman, our friend Lynn Myers, who's right over there. Thank you both so much for coming in. I hope you're enjoying working with Lynn and working in Cincinnati. And it's on stage now at Ensemble Theater through March 19th. We have the ticket information at local12.com. Don't forget, mask up, vaccine, or negative test. Thank you so much.
Be there.
All right, break a leg. Coming up, we're hearing some stories from Black Voices. Joseph Beth Booksellers is here with their must-reads for Black History Month.